First oval track win. He won it in Finion 96 races ago on the road course.
And
half a second. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact. Look at that thing go to the unrestricted engine, and they've had to back way off.
Two. Casey Mears. Oh, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
Two more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks like.
The other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof. It's the Auto Club sign.
It's up high, and he just loses it there. Comes down right.
Just clipped Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got turned him around. But now this is when it really is bizarre. Watch this.
Hornish already had damage, and the hood was up so high he couldn't see out of the windshield, I don't think.
Now watch Junior in the 88 come into this. Get clipped, knocking the right side sheet metal off and banging the left side. Now all drivers involved are okay.
By far the most spectacular victim of that rough Bristol surface was Rusty Wallace, who cut a tire in just 3 laps of practice and took this wild ride. Now, this kind of barrel roll is usually associated with super speedways. Doctors made Rusty stay in the hospital Friday night, but he was the first driver at the track on Saturday.
It was a pretty scary moment. I never thought you could flip 6 times in a half-mile track, but that just goes to show you how fast Bristol is and what type of forces you really do have in this corner.
Coming out of 4.
Oh, it can't. Taylor Balsam was completely sideways and spinning through the grass.
And back out onto the racetrack in front of a few trucks.
Oh, Skinner gets clobbered. Skinner gets hit hard down into turn 1.
On his side is Mike Skinner, back on the wheels now. He got hit very hard.
I believe the 11 truck. I believe it is.
Take another look. There, Skinner was in the grass. Now you see the caution light come on.
See the roof flap goes up, and then TJ Bell. Oh, wow.
He had no idea. TJ Bell had no idea that 5 was coming up the racetrack.
No, he couldn't. Even if he had it, there wasn't anywhere he could have went.
The yellow car is Jeff Green in 4th. We've got a spinner in turn number 2. It's David Donahue.
Oh, look out. Man, those cars.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Dan Partis in the 32. That's the thing. You cringe. You just wait. Here's David Donahue.
It looks like someone underneath him going in the corner. He got a little bit too high. He goes up and hits the wall with the left side. Here he is. Cars going by right and left. And Partis all of a sudden.
Looked like he got into the wall first and then came off it and hit Donahue. You know, and actually he was shut down. I mean, either that or he just slowed the car down, but still hit David very hard.
I think that he thought that Donahue was going to go back up the racetrack, and he was trying to go under him is what I think happened. Right here, I think he thinks that Donahue's going up the racetrack. He decides to go under him at the last second, and he go back across the racetrack fast enough.
To one of the best-known race drivers in the world. He actually cracked the wall, almost went all the way through it, and had he gone through that or slipped up over it, it could have been a real tragedy in the pit area.
Junior trying to stay in front of the pack. They work their way through 3 and 4. Into the trioval they come. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Junior will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh, my God.
But then the accident takes place behind him.
Yeah, the 11 gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the Ford's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
But then the accident takes place behind him.
Yeah, the 11 gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the Ford's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
And Kurt Busch trying to move to the inside and take that spot away and take the lead away from Newman, but Newman will have nothing of it.
No, got trouble getting into 3, guys.
Joey Logano.
Big crash.
Oh, he's upside down. Over and over, Logano goes between 3 and 4.
No.
The car will come back to rest on all 4 tires.
Really just kind of a stack-up effect.
Like one of them got on the brakes and it's kind of forced. Yeah, look at Tony Stewart just missing this crash. Man, here's where it really gets exciting. Man.
We talked about that there's nowhere to go as you come off of these corners, and when something like this happens, you make a commitment, and you've got one opportunity really to miss this wreck. Tony Stewart did a great job. Some others got caught up in. Let's drive along with Tony Stewart here. See it develop right in front of him. He actually got into the back of the 20 as he checked up.
The outside, Carl Edwards on the inside. Green flag back in the air. They're blocking. Good go down low. Carl Edwards into the wall. He got tagged by the 22. Big hits by the 19. And the caution comes back out again. Joey Logano's still out there, but will have a little bit of damage to the car. But those two benefit the most from this because they were able to get through.
What a big impact.
Huge.
To be honest, I've been focused so much on that restart, I didn't realize the degree of that impact.
Keselowski made contact. Keselowski and Jones into the outside wall, and Brad will slam hard into the inside wall. Massive, massive collision for Brad Keselowski, who makes just a hellacious hit into the inside wall off turn 2.
And it looks as though that car is sideways, maybe up on top. Yeah, it's up on top of the tire barriers. So Brad Keselowski, you see the window net is down, but hard contact for the 2 and Brad Keselowski into those tire barriers.
Car, and then Eric Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad, it's very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20, trying to get into that position, and it took all the air off the right side of that 20 car. Eric Jones getting a little bit loose there underneath the 2.
3, Elliott to the bottom this time. Harvick upstairs.
Boy, he is, and he is right up against that wall, but he made the pass. Oh, trouble.
Hard, and the wall goes through Byron.
Byron noses in heavy.
Byron went in hard.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, boy, they're 4 wide there.
Byron on the bottom.
He just gets loose underneath
he just
the
starts spinning out, gets into the...
Man, it just...
Oh, my gosh, the car almost went over.
Just hooked. Nosed in.
How many times have we seen a car land on top of Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman?
Yeah. I mean, that's 2 or 3 times I can remember.
Too many.
Problems. Huge hit for Kennedy. The 11 up on the safer barrier. Down off the wall it comes to a grinding halt in the middle of the racetrack.
I'm okay. It's a hard hit.
So he's racing on the inside of David Gillen. They make a little bit of contact. You see John West Townley was on the outside. He's going to run right into the side of him. Kind of lift that truck up a little bit. Got into the catch fence. For the second week in a row, we've had a vehicle in the catch fence. But again, the catch fence did its job. It kept that truck down on the racetrack, and you see it riding along the top of the safer barrier.
Goes to 32, catches the 6, and around goes Justin Lofton, hits the 13 of Johnny Sauter. They crash right at the start-finish line, and they catch the 32 of Miguel Paludo.
Right there. Had a slow truck of Norm Benning ahead. Norm didn't do anything wrong. Miguel just got loose and, wow, right into the side. Almost flipped him over.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny was as far down on the bottom of the racetrack on the apron as he could be. Just nowhere to go when Justin Lofton got down there.
Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd inside of Labonte. And Earnhardt, he gets, and wow, into the wall hard, and so is Morgan Shepherd.
And Earnhardt's luck here at the Martinsville Speedway. Of course, a lot of others have bad luck here today, but we pointed out at the top of the show what kind of luck he's had here.
Here is the replay.
There we see the cars went in 3 abreast. Earnhardt on the outside of Labonte. Labonte comes up and touches the 21 in the back. Gets Morgan sideways. When he corrects, he comes back up and forces the 5 car up in the wall high off the ground. Earnhardt in the back of him. And there we see the 4 car, Sterling Marlin, also involved.
Out of the top 20 today, battling a tight race car from the get-go. Another track bar adjustment.
Todd Bodine and Kenny Wallace. Bodine's car is pitched up in the air.
Don't fire.
A heavy crash. Wow.
The 54 car in the middle. Kenny Wallace up high.
This is racing for 25th place.
And Kurt Busch is going to get in the 54 and turn him up in front of the 23.
Yep. Look at that.
Wow.
The shock and disbelief from Friday morning's accident involving Kenny Irwin still looms over the New Hampshire International Speedway. Irwin's car hit the wall in turn 3 head on, barrel rolled several times, and eventually caught fire, winding up on its roof in turn 4.
Tell you what, though, Chad Knaus and the guys, and even Jimmy, are probably thinking, man, these are going to be the longest. Oh, there goes the 5-car round.
Yellow.
Oh, whoa, and it hit. Ridge is there. The line 7 of Ambrose.
Look at this 28 car. Is that the 38 car? All jacked up in the back. Somebody's underneath him.
So much we can't even see who that is.
Got a little fire out the exhaust.
That's the 84 of Scott Speed that he's up on the hood of.
He put it in gear trying to drive off, but no traction.
Run them through this debris.
Watch the Montoya and the contact there with the 5-car Mears.
Wow.
Just hard racing through that dog leg.
Yeah, Casey Mears' great day went south in a hurry.
And all these other guys see are getting involved here. Oh, Marcus Ambrose having a good run there. Looks like he got a piece of that.
Yep.
Got into the back of Riggs. 0-1 able to get through, and then there's the contact with the 84, the 70, 38, 77 up against the wall.
Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car ball over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Watch the yellow car back there. Just turn left.
And when you hit wet grass, it feels like you pick up 200 mile an hour.
But you can see how that barrier gave way when
Absolutely.
that car
That barrier absorbed a lot of energy, and I'll tell you what, that nice to see happen, because if that were a concrete wall, he would have taken a much harder hit.
Oh, wow. 8 car on his side.
Martin Truex Jr.
Wow.
Talk to me when you can here. We're coming down pit road, guys.
No, you're not. You won't steer. Wallace in 38.
Squeezed up into the wall.
And Mike obviously had no idea he was on the outside of it.
That's a wild ride.
Boy, that is unbelievable.
So Terry Labonte is and Derry Cope has gone up over the tire barrier, up over a bank, and the Finger Hut Ford.
Oh my goodness.
That is a wild ride.
Well, it was side by side with John Krebs.
Oh.
John Krebs goes, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Out through there in front of Derry Cope.
And the car overturned several times. So our concern isn't about Derry Cope. He's okay. Our concern is John Krebs. Wow. Oh. Yeah, Martin. Jeff Gordon. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Who is it? Wow. Everything crazy. A bad crash here at Talladega. Just a very, very bad crash. Mark Martin is involved. So is Rusty Wallace, Brett Bodine, Elton Sawyer. One car overturned in the banking of turn number 1, got up into the catch fence and came back onto the racetrack.
All on the outside, others start jockeying around. There's Derek Cope. He thought he got through that for just a moment, but Mark Martin's going to come right back up in front of him. And is that Ricky Craven?
Yes, it is.
Ricky Craven in car number 41 that's flipping over, went up against the outside wheel fence, back down on the track, and was hit again.
Yeah, he got hit again as the car was rolling toward the apron of the racetrack. So
Bell. Maybe even touch there going into 3. Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters up and over. Back around Keselowski. Oh, big crash in turn number 2. David Ruderman.
Oh, goodness. 6 gets... It's like, oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. Like Boris said, got into the 6 car. David Reagan. Oh, my goodness.